Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel and another episode of Beryl's broken. She's not actually really broken, well, kind of. Got a water leak again from the P gasket. I think I mentioned it in another video, but the P gasket's leaking again. So before we go to the trip to Germany at the end of the month, I'm going to change it because you don't want a water leak, do you? It's just asking for problems. It could get worse, it could just stop. It's one of them, I don't know. So I'm going to take the water pump out, the water pump housing, get to the P gasket, clean everything up again, check the housing itself, make sure it's actually mating properly, make sure it's actually flat. And that's all I can do. Mark says he's got another water pump housing, but I've already seen him and I'm not driving all the way back to Wales to go and get it. So I'm going to see if I can fix this one. As long as it doesn't leak while we're on this trip to Germany, that'll be fine. So that's the first job. Second job, go remove the back window because the back window's cracked. I'll show you that when we're taking it out. But I've got a guy coming to cut me a new piece of glass this week because it's a non-standard door. I think I've shown you in another video that the glass is about that much taller than the standard piece of glass. It's the exact shape, but it's probably about 120, 130 mil bigger. So I've got a guy coming to cut me a piece of laminated glass to replace that, and then we'll have to put that in the week because I'm supposed to be going to a show this weekend, so hopefully we've got a window in the back of the truck. If not, I'm just going for the day in the car. Oh, and the other job I've done, I've put a new fuse link in for the electric fan. I've put a genuine RevTech one in. We'll have a look at that first. I'll just show you the one I've put in. It's not the best shot because it's a bit dark. Let me just go and get a light. There you go, that should be a little bit better. But yeah, I've put this fuse link in. Now it's, like I said, it's a genuine one from RevTech, so it is the one that they say goes with the fan. It was 14 quid, so it's really difficult to open. Yeah, so it actually lights up to tell you that the fuse is blown. So if the fuse pops, the LED comes on, put a fuse in, goes out. So quite clever, but that is the proper one. That is the one for the fan. So hopefully that's going to eliminate any issues with that heating up. Still don't know why it was heating up and causing an issue, but we'll try it. All we can do is put the right parts in and see what happens. So that's done. And like I said, back window, but let's get on with this water pump. So my first job, I'm going to pull off these hoses. Probably not going to film that. It's just removing hoses. And once I can get to the water pump, we're going to pull that out. You've seen me do this loads of times, so I'm pretty much just going to pull it all apart off camera. I'll show bits of it. But I want to have a close look at the actual housing itself. So when we get that far, I'll get the camera back on and we'll show you exactly what we're doing. But I will film bits of it, but I'm not going too in depth because I've gone over this, this is the third time now, so just a case of getting all these bits off. So first job, I'm going to drain the water, get all the bits out. Oh, that's full of fresh coolant as well. No, I'm going to find something clean to put the coolant in because I really would like to save that. But there you go, Joey's the Land Rovers. Right, get all this apart. Right, I've taken the airbox out. So that was in my way. Well, kind of. It's just easier with it out. Let me just turn the brightness up for you guys. That's probably see that a bit better. And taking the intercooler pipe off, which is definitely in my way. So I've got to take the water pipe off, and I've got to take the other water pipe off as well, just to get them out of the way, because I want to get that pulley off what's behind them. And then pretty much we're into the water pump. Take the serpentine belt off. Alternator's got to come out. I'll drop the power steering pump off at the same time, if that'll focus on that. There you go. Drop that off. and then we can get this housing out and have a look what is actually going on with it, why it keeps leaking. I mean, it isn't the first time we've, like I said, we've had a good look at it before, and can't see anything wrong with it. So yeah, I'll carry on taking bits off and I'll be back in a bit. A little bit more progression. I've got all the pipes out the way now. I've drained the block. I ended up pulling the block drain out completely. Yeah, I was just turning the brightness up. Yeah, I ended up pulling the block drain out. Thought I might as well flush the block at the same time. So next thing, belt, and start pulling all the ancillary bits off around that to get the water pump out. I've disconnected the battery so I can disconnect the alternator, because otherwise that's going to be live, isn't it? That's always fun when you forget and short it out on something. But yeah, shouldn't take much longer to get this out and we can actually have a proper look at it. Yeah, there's always one's on top of the axle. Oh, maybe two. Yeah, I forgot how much of a pain this is to get out. Well, got it all off. There's the offending spot again. Turn the brightness up for you again. Hang on. There you go. Nothing obvious. Just check the gaskets again. Really nothing obvious. I think this time when I put it back on, I am going to put a tiny bit of sealant on it as well. I spoke to Mark about this earlier. He says just put like a dab of sealant on it and see if that helps. So when we put it back together, hang on, I've got Teddy climbing up my leg here, hang on. But yeah, you can see where it's been leaking, and it was obviously a problem with this engine, you know, prior to me even getting it, because it had already got all that staining on the engine. So it's always been a leaker. Let's have a look at the other piece. So again, there's the housing, pretty much as we left it the last time. It's nice and clean. You can see where the gasket's been sitting. There is nothing obvious. I'm going to check it with a level. I'm going to do everything I can to see why it's doing what it's doing. But like I said, I think that's going to have a little bit of sealant on it. Even though the book says you shouldn't, and spoke to Mark. He says he always puts a dab on, like just dab on his finger, dab it, spread it all around, just in case there's any unevenness in the surface. So I'm going to get this cleaned up and we'll get this back together. I mean, it's not the most interesting job in the world, but there you go. Water pump side, no problem at all. That didn't leak. That's not been leaking at all. It's just annoying. This is the third time I've had to do this. Oh, hang on. He's back. Look. Yes, you, Teddy. Thanks, Ted. That really doesn't help. You needy little git. Yeah, okay. I'll get this cleaned up and deal with this needy dog. Right, I've given this a clean up. I've checked it. I've put a level on from, you know, every way, because these 2 points are the same as that and that, so that should all be square. So I've run a level across the top of it all, and I can't see anything wrong with it. So I'm going to take Mark's advice. Hello, Teddy. And put a tiny little a bit of sealant on. And he says this is a brand new tube of sealant. Actually, I had this off Mark, so just put a tiny dab and literally just wipe it all the way around, just to seal up any little, you know, like micro fissures, little bits of scratches and whatever, and that's it. He says just put that much on and do the same on the mating side, on the housing. So I'll get this back on, and I'll put the camera back on when I've got this sort of semi-bolted up. That is the worst of that back in. Water pumps back in, alternators back on, power steering pumps bolted back in. It's all torqued up. So it's one of them now. It's like waiting to see if it ever leaks again. Hopefully this has cured it. I'm thinking that the silicone might act as like a barrier between the... because it's leaking on the steel side, not the aluminium side of the housing. So I'm wondering, because the truck sits for a while, like it sat all over the winter and then started leaking. So there's the tiny little bit of silicone that's on there should stop it rusting again. Hang on. An overexposed dog. What? So needy. I'm talking to you guys and he wants to be talked to. But it's like third time lucky? Hope so. Right, I'll put all this back together and we will start pulling the window out of the back, ready for the glazier to come. I can't put any water in this tonight because I've just realised I've got no coolant. What I thought was coolant is actually screen wash, so I really don't want to put that in. Oh, right, that's all back in. So it's time for refreshments. Oh God. It's one of them. I can't really test it because it was just a very slow weep on it. What I need to do, get some coolant in it and let it stand and see if it leaks again. It's going to run. It was running before just fine, and when it heated up and expanded there was no problem with that. It was self-sealing because the expansion. So hopefully when I get some coolant tomorrow, because bank holiday Monday today, so I can't get any, get that topped up and let it stand. There'll be a follow-up video on it just to say whether it worked or not. I'm hoping it did because, like I said, third time lucky, isn't it? Right, let's get this back window taken out, ready for the guy to come and cut me a piece of glass. I'm thinking of glass. My glasses are filthy. Right, let's go around to the back. First job, get all these little screws out. There's only one retaining plate on this. Oh, these are going to be fun. Maybe some of that screwdriver isn't the best fit. But yeah, so I've got 2, 4, 6, 8. I've got 9 screws to get out. And the rest of it's bonded. So it'll be a case of using a blade and a maybe a cheese wire to get it out. I don't want to break it if I can. Well, it's already broke, there's a big crack up it, but I want to get it out in one piece so they can use it as a template. Even though they can make another template, but it's just easier for them. But right, find a screwdriver that fits. Let's try these. Looks like it's going to be a better fit. These going to be tight? Oh yes they are. Oh no, they're alright. No, they're quite good actually. Oh, bonus. They're going to come out. Still don't know how this window got broken. Came to it one morning and, well, I walked into the workshop and the window was just cracked. Don't know why. Maybe when we take all this out we might find a reason why, but I think it just got really hot one day and cracked. It has been broken for over 12 months, so. It is going to take a while to get this out. Give me a lot of cutting. I'm just sitting there with a extendable blade trying to get it out. What's up, Ted? Ted's on the hunt for things. Sometimes knock through screwdrivers. Screwdrivers that identify as chisels. Good idea. Who knows the last time this was taken out? A long time ago. Probably when the door was built. Last one! I can't believe it, they all came undone. What are the odds? Thought at least one of them would snap. Yeah, we'll give that a clean. Right. Still none the wiser why it broke, because there's actually a spacer and some rubber blocks under this. So we actually spaced the window out. Right. Okay, I'm going to start cutting this and see if I can get it loose and try not to shatter it into a million pieces. I've got a blade. I actually think they've used silicone on this, not window adhesive, because that cuts way too easy for window adhesive. I think this has just been siliconed in, which will be a bonus for me. Yeah, that's definitely silicone. Yeah, that's dead soft, that is. That's silicone. There's a wasp in my truck, I can hear it. Get out. Actually, it's a bee. Get out. It's a little worker bee. Put that clip back in. Right. Let's cut away from the inside. That was dead easy. Just depends how far in this goes. Right. Well, I can't really film this because I'm going to be standing in front of it, so I'm going to carry on cutting round this, and I'll come back when I've freed it all up. Well, I've been cutting this for about 20 minutes now, and I've just cracked it again. There's another crack in that side, but it's moving now. We've just got it cut. It's just holding on that other corner. I had to resort to a bigger knife as well. There's not much holding that there. Huzzah! One busted window. Right, clean this mess up now. So I'm going to clean the excess. There wasn't a lot of silicone at the bottom, I tell you. No, we'll sort that when it goes in. Excuse me. Right, I'll get this cleaned up. It's going to be fun. Actually, it shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, especially as they use silicone and not window glass, the proper window adhesive. Oh, it's cutting out dead easy, that is. Lovely. Right, I'll get that cleaned up. Wow, that's taken me about half an hour to get that out. That was a lot of cutting. Silicone's a pain. Well, any window removal's a pain, but yeah, so that's out. That's ready for the new glass now. So you'll either see this with the new piece of glass in it, or maybe the guy who's coming to fit it will let me film him actually cutting the glass. Hopefully he'll let me do it. I want to see how he cuts it because it's laminated and I've never seen anyone cut laminated glass. So it'll be one of the other guys. So there'll be, I'll cut to another, the next scene will be either someone cutting glass or me put this having a window in it. So yeah. So in 3, 2, 1. There you go, windows in. Well, it got fitted while I wasn't here. I was at work. John, who fitted it, gave me a call, said, I'm about 20 minutes from your house. Do you want me to go and do your window? So, yes. So, you didn't get to see it being fitted. I didn't see it being cut. But it's in. So, all I've got to do, put some mirroring film on that, and that's another job done. And the other job is at the front. I'll just go round to the front of the truck and I'll show you. I've topped the coolant up. And up to here, it doesn't leak. It's bone dry. So it's stubbed for a couple of days and it hasn't started leaking yet. So that's going to do us for going to Germany. Whether it's going to stop leaking and be a permanent fix, I don't know. We'll see when we come back from Germany. Well, like I said, third time lucky, isn't it? So hopefully, all done. And before I forget, look, I got another box. We got matching boxes now. I said I was going to get 2. That looks much better. Just got to get some straps now to strap it down, and that's another job done before we go to Germany. So there you go. Glasses in, water pump's done. We're a little bit closer to getting to Germany now. Tomorrow I'm at Castlewood, so if you see me there, come and hit me up for a sticker. I'll have some with me. So if you've enjoyed this video, give me a little thumbs up, and I'll see you on the next one, guys. Whatever that may be. It may be ripping the gearbox out of this, or we're starting on Heimdall, or I may have bought another project. You never know. See you later.